Hello everyone, Anchadine over here, and today we are going to talk about the ravenous void gloves. These gloves are not super hard to farm, but it will take some time. Of course, we are talking about target farming them. You can, of course, as Kof, make a lot of prophecies for gloves themselves, but you can also farm them in this boss. As you might know, is called the Husk of Elder Gaspar. Is the boss of the last ruin, and you can fight him with the timeline boss itself doing corruption. Remember that you can use M-Bike scrolls to get the timeline corruption up, and you can farm that way. Now, of course, one thing that you want to do also is do the Woven Echo called Collapsing Horizon. It also has a chance to drop that pair of gloves. Now, why are they so good? They are good because they provide damage reduction, something that you always can't ever have enough of. Of course, the base type it's also unique. They are glutinous gloves, they have extra vitality and extra percentage health. Then you get void barrier every 5 seconds, and as long as you don't go below your endurance threshold, you will have that less damage taken. Of course, this has some anti-synergy with Foot of the Mountain, but let's forget about that right now. Now, when you pop those, you have extra um, of these void barriers for 3 seconds, so you get 6 void barriers, and instead of 15%, you get 30% less damage taken. Of course, it's multiplicative with other modifiers, so if you have things like Titan Heart or Red Rings or other things, it's going to be less than 30%, but or less than 50%, but take that into account. And you pop Mimic Feast. This is a dot, it's not a super heavy dot, you can see that it's like 200 void damage baseline, and then of course gets reduced by resistance, but you will be able to leech. Now, of course, this is kind of whatever for rogue. This is why this is very good for marksman, blade dancer, and also falconer, because we can use cleanse it. We have shift cleanse, and we also have our cleanse on smoke bomb. Those, of course, are talents that you can get into it, but you can also use cleanse with the pot mod on your belt. And if you use something like jungle queens, it's very easy to get. Now, of course, getting one with 1 LP is not going to be super easy because you have to drop them and then get that 4%, but you can put them also in Nemesis and eventually you will get them. Now, of course, the boss itself is also very fast. You have a lot of damage. I have been farming it quite a bit to get money because I already got my Black Blade of Chaos, so I don't need anything from bosses anymore. So I just farm it at around 1000 corruption or something. It's very comfortable. Of course, it's only 4%, so you can go sometime like 50 or 60 bosses in a row and with collapsing horizons in between without getting any drops, but eventually you will get some. And of course, if you are Merchants Guild, you will have less chance to get them, but when you get them, you will be able to sell them. Of course, if they also maybe get a good Nemesis mod, or if you get a 2 mod one, they sell for a lot because some people want to re-roll the ones that they have a 2 mod of. Well, that's everything. Have a nice day, and I will see you on the next video.